Hi, welcome to your restorative teacher training. Let's break down side lying lateral flexion with sleeping cactus pose. To begin, we have either a blanket, a pillow, or even a rolled up yoga mat that you can use for this pose. So I'm using a blanket today. I'm going to go ahead and book it up. Not quite a perfect roll, but just something a little more flatter and dense for the prop. So I have my friend Tracy here, and I'm going to have her lie down on her side and place this just on her waistline. Now, if you notice, we put most of the prop is actually behind her. You cannot see it, but most of the prop is behind her. There's just a little bit at the front of the body. So here she is, and I can see in this evaluation that if we were here for a little while, she'd be okay. But since I see the alignment of her head is down, I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of a blanket to her head. Let's see. Here you go, Tracy. Does that feel a little better? Mm-hmm. There you go. So we can already see that the shape is changing so that you can have more cervical neck, more cervical neutral spine in this neck and head area. Now from here, in order to prevent too much twisting or wobbling in the pose, what we can do is take the top leg just a little bit out in front. And you could bend the bottom knee, bend the top leg at any time if you feel any pressure in your back. From here, we take the top arm and we just simply stretch it overhead. And this is our side lying lateral flexion. Now, for those of you who do have training from level 3 in physical touch and in light adjustment, you could always take a hand to the hip and maybe one just under the rib and just add a gentle press out to open up the organs in that region. So the option is to be still when you want to be still, move when you want to move. In the case of movement here, the arm can do a big windshield wiper almost type movement, or even a nice big circle. If she wanted to make an elbow, you can circle the elbow just a little bit here, but really anything goes as far as movement in the shoulder goes. Now, in order to turn this into a twist, we want to stabilize the hip joint. I'm using a large bolster today. Finding where that blanket is behind her, I am placing the bolster just on the edge of that blanket. And the bolster is up against the entire sacrum down through the tailbone region. So this way, when she does begin to open or twist, the twist will be isolated in the rib cage region. I am grabbing a few props because we may want to provide a little more shoulder support. So let's see. Okay, Tracy, bend your top arm. So we're going to bend the arm, take it to the waist. That way there's no stress on this shoulder joint. And then I'll have her slowly begin to roll open. And she's going to roll off that supporting arm. Here's your pillow. There you go. Now, she does have a little bit of space under this shoulder. So again, with all of our postures, anytime there's space, we're just going to come in and prop under that joint. Now for her other arm over here, it can stay out to the floor, or if she decided that she wanted to open, she has the option to open. And here I can see that there's a little space under the wrist. So at this point, I would find just a little blanket or something to make sure that we fill in that space and maybe even get the wrist just a little higher than the elbow. Does that feel better by chance? So this is our sleeping cactus pose from a side lying view. Great job, everybody.